The Euros quarterfinal is literally round the corner, so I thought I would do my predictions going into this. I am absolutely buzzing for these games. Let's get straight into it. Let's not waffle about. We're starting off with Spain versus Germany. Spain, probably the best side, I'd say, so far in the tournament, coming up against the host nation, which I think is just absolutely incredible. And I feel like this could be the first game, because really in this tournament, we haven't seen any big, giant killers. No massive sides really have gone out of the tournament yet. These are the sides that are left in the competition, and really the sides that we all thought would do quite well in this tournament. So Spain versus Germany is the first game we're going to see a real giant fall out of place. Now, Spain have been absolutely incredible in this tournament so far. Germany have been okay. They've not been absolutely brilliant. We've seen with when they finished second in their group. It wasn't a great group stage for them. Yes, they looked good against Hungary and they looked good against Scotland, but kind of you expected that. But then there's a controversy in the last round as well, not only that. So it's kind of an interesting one. I'm quite excited to see how this side performs, because against Denmark, they weren't too great. And obviously, there was a controversy with some of the decisions and things like that, but we don't need to get into that. But I actually think Germany will win this. Now, don't get me wrong, Spain, I completely agree, have probably been the best team so far in the tournament. But what you find with a lot of these kind of in these competitions, the sides that really perform at the start kind of end up tailing off, which is what I've seen in previous years. And the kind of the sides that are yet to really get going will get going. And I think Germany are one of those sides. And I feel like Germany have got a really good some attacking force. And like you look at it, and then you've got the likes of Cruz and players like that, players who've been there and done it. And I think those kind of players will really be integral to this kind of this game. Same as Rudiger. I think Rudiger is massive in this game, because he'll be playing on that in the centre backs. He plays on the right hand side of the two, so he'll be covering over on that Inaki Williams side. So I feel like he needs to really have a good game. But I just think Germany will just about do this. So I'm going to go for a Germany 2-1 win. Yes, Germany will beat Spain, and Spain will crash out the tournament. Now on to the next game, Portugal versus France. Now this is another really interesting one. Portugal, really weird. Portugal really made hard work of playing against Slovenia. Obviously, we remember Ronaldo and that penalty miss, and I think that's kind of a really big thing that's looming over this side of, does Ronaldo start? Because Ronaldo, in my opinion, has been trying too hard. He's been desperate to get that goal, because this is the first tournament he's never scored in a group stage in any major tournament since he's got into this Portuguese side. So it's a bit of a weird one, and I think that's a massive part to play. And then France are still yet to score a goal in open play. That goal against Belgium with the own goal coming off Jan Vertonghen. It's a bit of a weird one, but then France again haven't been great, and Portugal haven't been great. So it's two sides here that aren't really going in with too much form. But I just look at the French squad, and I look at the players that are in there, and you're looking at winners. Don't like you can't look past players like Griezmann and your Mbappes and Kante. They've got some absolute powerhouses in this side, and even though they're yet to really get going, I still think France will just about do this, just purely down to kind of the names that we're talking about. Didier Deschamps has been there and done it. He has won the World Cup, and he is yet to win the Euros with this team. So I'm excited to see, because he could be the first manager to win the World Cup, the Euros for his nation, as a manager and as a player. And I think that kind of narratives really do, they go, the narratives in these kind of tournaments are massive. So I think that France will win this one. I'm going to go for a 2-0 France win, and I think there's going to be some more Ronaldo tears in this one. So then into the other two quarterfinal games, England versus Switzerland. Now this one is a really interesting one. Do I go with my head or do I go with my heart? Obviously, being an England fan, I've not been massively impressed so far with England, but I think it's similar to what I've just said about France. Now, there are some players in this squad that are just too good to kind of look past. I know they kind of haven't really been gelling, but I feel like I said it in the last game. You thought at one point it's eventually going to click, but I think this is a moment's side. I've seen Michael Richards talk about this on the rest of his football. This is a moment's team now. We've got some players that are absolute powerhouses, European powerhouses, some of the best players in the world. You likes of Phil Foden, Jude Bellingham, and players like that, Harry Kane. And these are the kind of players that step up in these big games. And we saw in the last game, it was a moment of brilliance from Jude Bellingham, and then from the long throw, and then you've also got the Harry Kane goal. We didn't really deserve to win, and I think we're going to carry that on. That's what my heart's saying. But my head is saying this Swiss side have been absolutely class in this tournament. They've been a really well-drilled, well-oiled side that have really been difficult to beat. So I'm going to have to go England, purely because I'm an England fan, so I can't really go against this. But I'm a little bit nervous. I'm a little bit shaky, but I'm going to go for a 1-0 England win. I think it's going to be a scrappy game. I think it's going to be another late goal. And then on to the final game of the tournament, Netherlands versus Turkey. Now, both games yesterday, the Netherlands-Romania game and the Turkey game, were absolutely unreal. Turkey versus Austria and some great saves at the end. And it really shocked me, actually. I didn't expect Austria to get knocked out the way they did. And a great performance from Turkey. I'm a West Brom fan, so it was nice to see Okay Koshlu coming on as well. Personally, I think the Netherlands will win this. I think they are the favourites going into this game. I think Turkey have been great. They are a very pure vibes team because of the way they play. It is a bit gung ho. You see in moments they'll be with Gula going forward. Sorry, there'll be 5 or 6 players bombing on out of absolutely nowhere. Their counter attack is relentless. But I just look at that Dutch side and I think the defence is really strong. And I think they're just going to outdo this. So I'm going to go for a 2-0 Netherlands win, which means then, if it's my predictions, it will be a Germany versus France semi-final on the one side and an England versus Netherlands semi-final on the other side. But let me know your thoughts down in the comment section below. Tell me what you think. What are your predictions? I'm excited to hear what you think, but I'm massively excited for this. And to be honest, I think this tournament's been absolutely amazing. But thank you for watching. Please do smash the like button. Please do subscribe, and I will see you guys soon. Thank you. Goodbye.